And still on security matters, persons displaced by the Boko Haram insurgency are looking forward to returning home next year. President Muhammadu Buhari promised to resettle them in their communities during a meeting with a delegation from the International Rescue Committee, IRC, led by the former British Foreign Minister. Mr. David Miliband promised that IRC will intensify its ongoing work in Adamawa and Borno states.
Working at the moment in the northeast of Nigeria, and I've had the good fortune to spend the last 2 days in Borno State and in Adamawa State. I've met with governmental officials, with local people, with host communities, and with internally displaced people. And I was able to report on what I had seen and what I'd been told about the needs of the people in the northeast of Nigeria. I was able to explain to the President the very strong commitment of the International Rescue Committee, which works in 30 countries around the world, to work very closely with him and with his teams at national and the state level to help address the social and economic needs of people in the northeast of the country, which are very real indeed. I was also able to talk about the contrast between the camp-based settings in which about 10% of the IDPs, the internally displaced people, are living, and the conditions for the 90% of those people who are living with host communities. And we met with both those who are living in host communities and those who are living in camps. Obviously, this is a very challenging time, but the shared goal for us all is to help people return to their communities in safety and in some degree of economic independence. That's something that the international community is happy to be supporting the government of Nigeria in achieving, but we recognize that this is a long process, and one in which there are some important short-term steps that are necessary to meet the immediate humanitarian needs that exist for up to 2 million people who've been displaced by the conflict, and a significant number of others who live in host communities but have significant economic and social needs.